Hello and welcome to Pen Talk. I have here with me Brooke from the women golf team. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you, Bill?
I'm okay. Well, I'm gonna be asking you a couple of questions.
All right.
You know, I hope you're ready for it.
I'll be ready.
Okay. Well, go. Brooke. I'm sorry for that. Well, Brooke. How do you feel you have improved because of your? Do you feel you have improved because of your practice, or do you put in extra work on the practice?
We have very scheduled practices every time, and our coach always comes with like a set of drills, and we have this drill book that he goes out of. And a lot of times, um, we have certain things we're working on just to improve in our game. Like we might be trying to make more birdies, so we're practicing our putting from like 15 to 20 feet. And range work is just like a constant thing, but overall, I would say I benefit from the practices themselves, but I, as a player personally, have to put in the extra practice. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. It's
Okay.
just one of those sports.
That's good. Well, I understand golf is it's an individual sport,
hmm
but apart from just being an individual sport, I understand how you work with teams. How do you feel? What will you know? I mean, will you say the team need more improvement?
Um, the team aspect is in golf is kind of like difficult. Yeah, it's like an individual and it's also a team because some days we can only take our top four scores and we have five people playing.
Okay.
So there's only room for really like one person to be kind of having an off day. And usually that's how it goes. One person only has an off day. Um, but right now, our varsity team, they're all pretty consistent and they're all right there with each other, pushing each other. And even from outside our varsity team, the top 10 people are all pushing the varsity team to keep improving on each other.
Okay, that's good. Do you think the coach influenced you or the team?
Yeah, our coach, he pushes us a lot. He knows how good we can be, and we also personally know. And lately, we've been like trying to work on being a little more positive and not beat ourselves up because golf is also a very mental sport. Because a lot of the time, I mean, we hit a shot and then we walk, so it's like you have a lot of thinking time, and itself you have a lot of thinking because there's a lot to take in the course itself, the hazards, the wind, the weather, all that. But we've learned to like not focus on all that so much and just play our game, and
Okay.
he's really helped with that.
And how do you handle adversity?
Um, and I've had a lot of struggles in golf. Even I've been playing since I was little, and I've probably had every problem you can have with your golf swing in the book, but it's always seemed to work itself out. And lately, when I have an issue or come across one, my bouncing back from it is a lot quicker because I've kind of learned a little more from the mistakes in each one.
Okay. Well, bro, let's move into a more personal questions. Will you mind?
Okay.
Okay. Well, how do you get involved in sport? Like such as golf.
I got involved through my grandparents and my parents, and my brother also played in high school, but I was really little and like they would always just take me to like a miniature golf course, so I kind of learned with putting first. And eventually, because like my grandpa and dad would play golf, I would go with, and I had like a set of plastic golf clubs they would let me hit with. So I mean, I wouldn't really hit it very far, but I would hit it. And then eventually, I participated in like junior golf leagues and so on.
Okay, that's good. So it's like a family trait thing.
Yeah.
Grandpa played, so you gotta play it too.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about Iowa?
Oh, my favorite thing about Iowa. Well, I've lived here my whole life, so I only have to compare to the places I've been. And like, I mean, I've been to Florida a couple times, and I would say I would not want to live there. It is way too hot. Iowa itself though can get real hot. But my favorite thing about it has to just be like you get to experience all the seasons, like winter, fall, spring, summer. Just get to see everything.
Okay, that's good. Well, who could you be if you could be a sports star or what?
Oddly, I would want to be. I think it's is it Serena Williams, the tennis star. I would
Okay.
want to be like her because she's actually like tennis kind of fascinates me, but at the same time, I mean, people think golf is a boring sport, but then they could also say probably tennis is too. But I think tennis would be kind of cool to play and like learn to play. And I mean, she's pretty good, and I've seen how good she is, so I think it'd be cool to be her.
For one individual sport to another individual sport.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So tell me, what have been your favorite memories of college?
Um,
Being in college.
in college, a lot of my favorite memories have just been from traveling with the golf team. We do a lot of like van rides because sometimes we'll have like 7-hour drives or so. So, I mean, some people, they sleep the whole time and we'll like put Snapchat filters on them and it'll just be funny. But yeah, we do a lot of, even our spring training trips that we go on when we went to Florida twice, Las Vegas. We've made a lot of memories as a team there.
That's good. Well, let's talk a little bit about your life. What have been a breakthrough in your life? You know, what have you struggled with on the field, off the field, whatever it might be.
Hmm. Well, in golf, like in high school and stuff, I mean, I was kind of like through a struggle point in the beginning of high school, and I didn't think I would even be that good. And then I kept working and working. Eventually, like my sophomore, junior year, I started to play a lot better. And then my senior year, I played really well, and that's also part of what got me into college golf. I mean, started playing a lot better, and coach noticed me and stuff. And I mean, I was actually pretty proud though, because my high school team made it to state all 4 years I was in high school, so that's one thing.
Yeah, you say hard work paid off. You work hard.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. That's good. Well, what is one thing you wanted to learn? Something that you've been wanting to learn.
I've always wanted to learn how to play lacrosse.
Okay.
It's a sport that, I don't know, it seems kind of rough, but at the same time it's not as common like around the Midwest.
True.
I mean, it's a sport though that I feel like it could be really fun.
Okay, that's a good thing. Well, that's a good pay. And if you could, what do you plan to do in your future after college?
After college, I want to become like the head of an event or facility,
Okay.
like kind of like the Wells Fargo in Des Moines. I want to like work at a place like that where it's all the events. Because even we volunteered a couple times and worked concessions at those, and it's actually really cool because you get to hear them doing like sound checks for concerts, and you get to see all these other events, and sometimes they let you sneak in and like see a little bit, and then you get to leave real quick. But yeah, that's what I plan to do. And also, I kind of want to take on coaching. I mean, golf's a sport I've played like for, God knows, all my life. And I feel I would be a benefit to the younger generation who might not consider golf like that interesting, but getting people interested in it.
Okay. So apart from golf, would you like to coach another sport? Maybe.
Actually, I don't know if I would coach another sport because I'm kind of restricted. I have a hearing loss in my ear. That's part of the reason why I used to play like soccer. I used to be in gymnastics, all these other things. But then when I was like 10 or 11, they told me because of my partially deaf ear, they were afraid I would like go permanently deaf. So I got restricted from contact sports.
Oh, okay. And what is something you can't live without?
Something I can't live without. Well, I have a lot of stuffed animals I cannot live without. I've been collecting them over the years. You might consider me like a stuffed animal hoarder now.
Okay.
And I have like a blankie. It's like my childhood thing. And it's like a security thing. I cannot live without it.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, thank you, bro, for coming. And I guess that's all for